Alright man, what's going on people on YouTube? I am back with a brand new video, and in this video I'm pretty much gonna be responding to all the comments that I see on my videos on YouTube. And those comments pretty much saying, hey, I make this much money a month and I have this credit score. Do you think I can afford this car? Pretty much, man, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Just because you can afford this car does not mean you should get it. And I say that because I'm telling you based off of experience. I got this car and there's been days where I'm like, damn, did I really need to buy this car? Like, I had a really nice Dodge Challenger 2015. It only had 30,000 miles on it. It ran great. It had great gas mileage. It was a V6, but who cared, man? It had some nice wheels on it that I bought, like aftermarket wheels, and it was an amazing car, man. But I decided to, give that up and get this car. And I'm not gonna lie, man, there's been days where I regretted buying this car. Like, there's been days where I'm like, damn, do I really need to be spending all this much money a month for this car? Like, then I gotta pay the gas, then I gotta pay the insurance. Like, this car is expensive, man. And especially, like, if you work a minimum wage job, or if you work a job, you know what I mean, that pays really low money, and you're working a lot of hours to get more money out of it because it pays so low, I highly recommend, man, that you really think about buying, the decision to buy this car. Because if you're like me, I like to spend money on other stuff too. I like to go out, you know what I mean? I like to see what the world has to offer. I like to go to stores. I like to buy shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. I love to buy Jordans. I do music. To do music, you have to have money to go to the studio. You have to have money to record music videos. You have to have money to promote your song. Like, there's other stuff that I also like to spend money on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying for you, man, like, especially if you're young, and you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're literally only working to pay off the car, like, because this is expensive, man. It's not impossible, like I've said in my other videos, but it is expensive. Like, a lot of your money is gonna go to this, and if that's worth it to you, that is fine. I am not trying to unmotivate you and tell you don't get this car. I am just saying, really think about it, man, because once you buy this car, it's set in stone. You made the decision. It's gonna be a lot harder to go back and return it. If you decide it's too much, or if you decide you don't want it no more, it's going to be a lot harder to do that now, because you already made the decision to buy it. You signed all that paperwork. It's not easy to go back. It's not. And like I said, even though I've regretted some days, like, I'm like, man, I didn't need that car. There's other days, I pick up and I say the opposite. I'm like, damn, I'm so happy I got that car. That car's fire. This is shit. Like, look at this shit, bro. Fire. When I'm pulling up, you already know who's pulling up. Me. But at the same time, like, don't get it twisted, man. Like, that's normal, you know what I mean? Like, when you buy a car, it could be any car. It don't have to be this car. Especially a new car, an expensive car. People, like, even if people don't say it, there's always that thought that comes randomly on some random day where you're like, man, I didn't really need to spend that money on that car, man. I don't need that car. Like, it's fun and all that, but I don't need it. Like, it's a normal thought. But I'm just saying, for you young people out there, I'm 24. I'm, young, but not super young. I'm just saying, think about it, man. Like, if you really want it, I have said in other videos, get it, because it is possible. Yes, it is very possible. But please think about, what do you spend your money on? Other things, you know what I mean? What other stuff do you like to spend your money on? Go out to eat, go out with your friends, drink, maybe buy shoes, Jordans, whatever it is that you like, this other stuff that you like to spend your money on. What do you spend your time on? Do you like to play video games? Do you like to chill? Do you like to do music like me? You know what I'm saying? There's a whole category of other stuff that you could spend your money on. The world revolves around money. So everything you do pretty much involves money in some way or form. So I'm basically telling you, man, if you're gonna get this car, think about your life, because it is going to change. Especially if you work like me at a regular job. I am a server. As I've said before, I serve people at a restaurant. That's all I do. I don't have no other job. It's just that. I work 4 days a week and I make a good amount of money. But I am a really good server. Not to tweet my own horn, it is just the truth. I am a good server. I get a lot of tables because I'm just good at that. But anyway, I'm trying to say, man, just think about it, man. Just really think about what you're doing. If you have any questions, man, feel free to contact me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat. Leave a comment. I will see it. But don't tell me, oh, you make this, I make this amount of money, I have this credit score, can I afford it? Bro, I'm just gonna answer that right now. Yes, you can afford it. But should you try and buy it and get it? That's a whole nother question, because you have to think about your overall life. And like I'm not trying to repeat myself, but you know, understand what you love to do, what you like to do, what you like to spend money on, time on, and then really consider, should I get this car? And you know, I've said this in other videos, bro, honestly, it would be smart if you get a car you can invest in. Part of the reason I bought this car was because I wanted to make a YouTube channel. I wanted to invest. I wanted to, I don't know, I always saw these videos on YouTube of people making videos, and I wanted to do that. It looked exciting to me. I wanted to try it, and that's what I am doing. I am at 625 subscribers just because of this car. And you know, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I'm running out of stuff to do as far as videos and content, but I am trying. And I've said this in other videos. I highly recommend, if you want to get a car like this, bro, wait until the new model comes out. Like the new Dodge Charger, the new Dodge Challenger, but the new model, not the new year, the new model. Like they probably might make an electric Charger, an electric Challenger, and you know what I'm saying, go buy it, make videos on it, and that way you have a nice car and you have a YouTube channel that's making you money. You're not gonna make money right away. Don't expect that right away. You have to keep pushing. You have to make good content. You have to, it's the hustle, man. But I'm just saying, this car is pretty much not an investment. There's a whole bunch of videos of this car already on YouTube. You're not gonna make money off of it. Trust me, you are not. Because I'm not even making money off of this. I'm just doing this because I like to do it. It's fun. I like to make videos like this. Maybe you can if you do good content, but it's really hard to compete with all these other YouTubers that are making these crazy videos with the Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, whatever car they got. It's hard, man. It's a very hard competition. It's hard to compete. But obviously, if you get a new car that nobody has and it just came out and you buy it and you start doing videos on it, you have a better chance of getting your video seen, because people obviously want to see it. They want to know how it drives. They want to know the features it has. Blah 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 blah. Bro, I am giving you jewels right now. Like, this is literally, I'm giving you so nice ass information for free. This is perfect. But anyway, man, I'm going off the topic that, you know, like I said, man, if you want this car, it is very possible. Just really think about what you like to do. You know, just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should jump on it. Please really think about that. And, you know, think about the gas too. You know, I've said this in other videos. This thing swallows literally like $500, $400, $600 of gas a month, man. And that's because, you know, I drive it a lot. I don't know how you would drive it if you had the car, but I drive it a lot pretty much everywhere I go, and the gas disappears like that. Literally, it doesn't last. I feel like it's a ghost. I feel like sometimes when I'm putting gas, I put it in, but it just goes to the floor. Like, it doesn't even go in the car. That's how long it lasts. Like, it is terrible, man. Terrible gas mileage. But yeah, man, that's it. I'm not gonna get to the more ramble, man. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask, man. You know, but if you're gonna say, oh, I make this much money a month, blah blah blah, can I afford it, blah blah blah, bro, honestly, 9 times out of 10, you know if you can afford it or not. You know without asking. The problem is you can't make that decision because you're literally on the line of, you're on the thin line, and that thin line, you're between, oh, I can afford it, but I can't at the same time. You're like right there. And if you're right there, I don't recommend you buy it. It's quite simple. I just don't recommend you buy it. It is a huge purchase. And I really think a lot of people who get this car don't expect and don't know how much money they're really, really going to spend on this. And that's because a lot of the cars, a lot of these Dodge Chargers, Challengers, you know, Scatpack, Hellcats, a lot of them don't have a lot of miles on them, man. Pretty much because people realize it's a lot of money. They get bored. Yeah, man, like I was saying, a lot of these used cars, you know, don't have a lot of miles on them because a lot of people start to realize, hey, this car is not worth it, you know, and they take it back to the dealership, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, man, just to get to the end of this, right, just to summarize everything up, just because you can afford this car, man, doesn't mean just jump on it. Please think about it. Please think and understand that a lot of your money is going to go to this car, and that sometimes ain't worth it. Most of the times it's not worth it if you're just working a regular job. If you're working really, really hard, you're gonna be a slave to paying off this car. And you know, that might be okay with you now, but give it time, it might not be okay with you. Again, I'm not trying to unmotivate you to not get it. I'm just saying, think about it, man, because after 2, 3, 4 months, you're still gonna have to pay off the car 4 years. So the payments don't stop. The payments, you gotta keep making those payments. It don't matter if you don't like the car. You gotta keep making the payments. It don't matter if you realize that, oh, it's too much money. You gotta keep making the payments. They don't stop. And I'm just, you know, keeping it as honest as I can with you. Understand, a lot of gas. You're gonna put a lot of gas into this car, a lot of money into the payments, a lot of money into the insurance, and it's a beautiful car. It's a nice car. It is worth it. It was worth it to me, but it might not be worth it to a lot of people out there, especially young people who, you know, have a minimum wage job, are working a lot of hours to try to afford a car like this. Trust me, man. It's nice to have. It's a beautiful car. It's very fun to drive, but trust me that after a while you will get bored. Like, it will get boring. You have to understand that that's normal. And you know, there's gonna be days where you're like, man, maybe I shouldn't have bought it. But you know, that comes with any car you get. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have days like that. That's normal. Like, it's a big purchase, so you know, you have to understand that there's gonna be days you feel like that, but that's normal. But just think about it, man. Just think about it, because you know, like I've said, don't become a slave to paying this off, man. But if you really extremely want this car, it's possible. Just understand that a lot of the money that you make is gonna go into that. So have at that what you will. I appreciate everybody who watches the video. I appreciate everybody who subscribes. I appreciate everybody who leaves a comment. I appreciate everybody who watches a second of my videos. And I'll catch you on the next one.